Clock. Gonna.
I hit the dot.
Hey y'all.
Hey, now let me get wrapped up in my blanket. Listen, because it's that time of the year for your girl over here with the...
She loves blankets anyway.
I'm just a blanket baby.
Even if it was like 90 degrees, you still will be like... She had a fire on and everything.
I do. Hey, whatever.
Let's
I'm a blanket baby.
See who in here.
Let's see. Are you live yet?
No, I'm not live yet.
You're not live yet? Can't get it?
I can't.
Oh no. It doesn't look like anyone's with us just yet. Anyway.
I know. We like...
It's just us. It's just me and you.
Ooh, baby.
It's just us two. Well, we're one or two agree.
Look, there we go. Amy. I'm so sorry for your loss. We was just talking about you.
Amy.
Hey, Amy.
Amy getting into my thing before me?
Yes. Hi, Mama.
And now you know what I do every time. You know I do this every time. I try to go in as myself, but I have to go in
every time. I don't know why she just get it. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead.
Listen, but I mentally told myself to do it, and so I'm doing it, and I did it anyway.
She can't help herself.
So it's Mom is in here. I think I see Tina and Amy are in here. Yes, Amy, my condolences to you and your family. What we were saying, however, is that you all have a good bloodline.
Okay.
Like the genes, the longevity.
Man.
So
98?
Long life. So that is absolutely a beautiful thing to look forward to.
Yes. You're going to be here a long time.
You're going to be here forever.
You got at least a good 50 more years.
Yeah, at least. All right, perfect. So I was able to... Now, I'm in there.
Okay.
I'm in there.
Turn the volume on.
Yeah. Yes. All right. So...
Yeah, strong. Y'all strong.
Yeah, those genes, for sure. So, guys, you are in today, and I know that you will be with us on Thursday because you love us so gosh darn much, and you follow right along with us. However... we are going to be going live tomorrow with the Hell Yeah We Want to Know podcast.
Hell yeah.
And I'm telling you what, it is going to be a lit show. He is such a firecracker, and we're going to be partnering with the Sistery Healing podcast. She is out of Chicago. Mm-hmm. So we're going to be crossing those timelines and letting technology do its thing and partnering up with this podcast. I'm excited about it.
I'm excited.
I think it's going to be hilarious. So much fun.
He is hilarious.
And yeah.
We be tag teaming and going off on him as the girls against the guy.
Yes. Yeah, so it'll be the girls against the guy. And he takes it on. He takes it on like a champ. Mm-hmm. So, you know, what man don't want 3 women? Come on. So I am looking forward to the show. We will be virtually doing this thing. So if you guys are free tomorrow night as well, follow along with us. It will be so cool to have you in there with us. So we know you all know who we are, but for the sake of the replay and, you know, when this thing gets viral and goes out to the rest of the world, we want everyone else to know who we are as well. So I am Makita.
And I am Rhonda.
And we are Fuchsia Intelligence.
Why?
Because Pinky and the Brain was already taken.
And we want that smooth.
All them copyrights, all them folks, they went through all of that work to come up with that quirky little name. We won't just steal it and take it and
we'll just let them have it.
We'll let them have that, right? We'll do our own moves. So you know what Fuchsia Intelligence is, right? So, yes, guys. It's Tuesday.
Yes, it is.
So we got to check in from the weekend, right?
Okay, yeah.
How was your weekend?
It was okay. We went to Sam's Club. Our monthly trip to Sam's Club.
Right, I saw that basket. I meant to post that. You sent me your basket and how that looks.
Oh my goodness, it was a lot.
So tomorrow we are going on at 8 o'clock. It is not 7. Is that correct?
We're going on at 8, and it is not under FI.
It is not under FI.
his. So I'm gonna post his link. We actually have been posting his stuff on there. So you can just click on him and then subscribe to him. You don't gotta watch it all the time. Just subscribe so you can watch it this time.
Do they have to subscribe to watch it?
I don't think they have to subscribe to watch it. But it helps. It helps to build his followers. Let's build them up.
But we're telling our mom to do it, and she doesn't. But she know
how to subscribe.
Okay.
I got faith in you, Mama. You can do it. You can know how to
what
read.
you can do, for the sake of immediate and, you can go to our page. You can go to Future Intelligence and we will have the link on there. So you'll be able to simply click the button and then it'll pull you into where we are. Yeah. So that's the quickest, easiest way to get with us tomorrow at 8 o'clock.
Hey, Lamar.
Hey, broski. Hey, broski. Mar, you are in here. That is so funny. They took everything off of the curb except the cement. Yeah, it's crazy. We put bulk stuff on the curb, and so there was a bag. Well, it used to be, powder. And from the flood in the basement or whatever. So this bag has just been down there. So the moisture, whatever. So it's now a rock. And the big bulk folks took everything except the cement. Is that considered like construction, or is that? I don't know. I did not understand it. Like all of everything was gone
except for that.
But that little
bag. It was too heavy.
It's too heavy for the crane.
It's too heavy,
and that means I had to hook back, because if you leave it out there, you will get a ticket. So I digress. That was just a sidebar from my brother. So we are going to dive into the spirits, guys. We are waiting for this sponsorship with St. Julian.
In the
meantime, in between time, we're going to be enjoying Stella Rose today. This is Stella Peach. Stella Peach. You've had it before?
I don't know. Probably. Stella's really sweet. It's only 5%.
Okay, so that means
it's really, 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 really sweet.
Well, remember what Ron said. Tilt to the side. Very classy. Use your pinky. Very slow.
Don't do it to the rim.
Don't pull it to the rim. Just a little bit.
Because we are demure.
Demure. I don't know if these young girls or whoever came up with this demure
even know what it
means, because you can't have your tatas and your ha-has and your ho-hos.
That's not demure at all.
So, cheers. What we got?
She don't drink 5%. I do drink 5%. My favorite, the French vanilla, is 5%. This is good.
Oh, this is good.
It's really sweet.
Oh,
it's really good.
This is good, guys.
Good.
This is something that would get me. I don't know about you all, but this would get me in trouble.
Yeah, because it's really sweet. It tastes like Kool-Aid.
This would get me in trouble.
It's really good.
I would sit and sip and talk and laugh, and it'll hit me like a firecracker. Just
it's good.
Pow! That'll hit you. So
I'm trying to sip and not go.
Yeah, sip. Be demure.
I'm being demure.
So, anywho, guys, make sure you are coming in, liking, clicking, sharing, all of that jazz. Get on the phone, texting. Everybody is still off to the weekend. It's a slow start to the day.
Stella Peach.
And good grief. Good grief is a portion of the show here that we kind of check in with each other. Since it's the weekend, there's more days that we go without seeing each other. So you had a good weekend outside of the shopping?
Yeah.
Did you do anything exciting?
We went to
Sam's was exciting.
We went to Sam's Club and we went to Firehouse Subs. Love Firehouse Subs. They steam the meat. It's so good. Love South. We go there once a month.
I didn't do anything this weekend. So yeah, just cleaning out the Just cleaning out the basement and just moving around. It costs too much outside. Yeah,
it does.
My outside air costs.
Just walking out. You
pressing charges. Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about.
Pressing charges. So anywho, yeah. We are going to go ahead and dive on into well, before we dive into the topic, guys, we saw a cute little post where we had some choices. We're going to open up with this question, and you guys chime into the comment section and let us know which of these you would prefer. So if you had to pick 2 of these items for the rest of your life, which 2 would you choose? The choices: free clothes, free gas, free groceries, free rent, or free plane tickets. I had a mental breakdown thinking about my mom.
Yeah, she had a complete cry. I got her.
Oh no. Guys, right. So we're gonna preface into this topic. Trigger warning. We're gonna ease on into this thing. That's why I tried to start off with something light and fun, and just 2 things. If you can pick from those items, which would you prefer to have free
for life?
For life,
for the rest of your life.
Would it be clothes, gas, groceries, rent, or plane tickets? Which would yours be?
So see, the breakdown for me, she said Amy said free gas and free rent.
Free gas and free rent.
I would want the plane tickets. Because then I can go anywhere I want to go, come back when I want to come back. And the other ones, I don't know, maybe groceries. I don't know, only because the gas, like my husband put gas in my car, so I don't put gas in my car. And then rent, I want to own my home. I don't want to rent. So I don't want to be free rent.
Rent is mortgage.
I don't want it to be done. Like,
you still gotta pay. Nothing is free.
Okay, so maybe I'll do mortgage.
Okay, so rent.
Yeah, free tickets and plane tickets and rent.
Hey, Auntie Vita.
Hey, Auntie.
Amara picks rent and groceries. Mom picks rent and gas. So, Auntie Vita, if you are just coming in, we have posed a question. If you could pick 2 of these items for free, for life, which would you pick? Would it be clothes, gas, groceries, rent, or plane tickets? So just think about that for a moment.
Did we get plane tickets?
Yeah, plane tickets and gas. And Amy would be gas and rent. What would mine be?
Yours would be plane tickets.
Yeah.
Yours would definitely be plane tickets.
Mine would be plane tickets.
As soon as I read that, I was like plane tickets, but I don't know what the other one was. Hey, Michelle.
Close.
How you doing, girl?
Hey, Michelle, rent and groceries.
Rent and groceries.
Okay. Gosh, I see.
I know. I was like in between with the groceries. I'm like,
I mean, cause you gotta eat.
Yeah. But you gotta eat regardless.
Yeah. I don't know. That's
that mortgage. But see, that mortgage, then you can get the house you want, right? And then you can, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, you know.
I don't know, but if you traveling, I ain't staying stationary. Free salads and plane tickets for me. This one. After playing rent and buying food, I need a break. Yeah, shoes rather than clothes for Charmaine. So, hey Bev, thanks for chiming in, love. Hey there. We posed a question. You are just coming in. Which 2 items would you prefer to have? We're gonna get to the topic, guys. Some folks keep, popping on in, but if you could pick 2 of these items, would you pick clothes, gas, groceries, rent, or plane tickets?
For life.
For life. So if you had to choose 2 of those items for free, for life, which 2 of those items would you pick? So just chime into the comment section, right? Let us know. Excuse me. Yeah, this is Getting to me. Look, as I sip some more.
Really?
Mm.
I think my resistance is getting higher.
We might have to cut it off. Listen, we're going to have to cut off. So
This
anyway.
is really good.
It is. It is. So, guys, diving into the topic. Well, I guess let me bounce back really quickly. So we have some folks on here. I know Bev and I talked about this. I'm putting it out there to the universe. I have been working with Etsy or trying to get logged into Etsy without the phone that I use to set up the account. There's no way to get in touch with Etsy. There's no chat option. There is no phone number. And I have an order that I need to fill, and I just don't know the details of the order. So, if you guys are familiar with Etsy or know, I've already Googled. So whatever phone number you guys find on there, that phone number does not work. There's no working phone number. So if you've had this problem or know how you can help me, chime that into the comment section as well. So that was my good grief that I wanted to chime in about. Now, diving right on into the topic. Wow. So, guys, we are covering grief, right?
I know. That's the whole reason why we even started this whole thing.
Yes. So, for those of you all chiming in new, for the sake of the replay, we did indeed decide to do this platform or go on live. My mom passed away. I was getting ready to say just passed away because it does seem that way. However, she passed away in January. And so we have been finding different avenues to keep ourselves busy, motivated, moving, honoring her in some form or another. So that was indeed the spark to her idea to do this platform. She was, let's do a podcast, or I had a dream.
I literally had a dream
that we are going to do a podcast. And so I'm like, oh, get on the microphone, talk to people. That's fine with me. And then, their structure, platform, like all of these things. So that was initially the reason. So we are simply going through this process, and this is an avenue to do it. So, for my bestie here, it has been challenging for her to get through this thing or navigate around her grieving process. So we wanted to, use this platform as an opportunity to let her and myself, because I'm going through it too. Hey. Oh, we was very demure and pouring our wine today. So you would have been proud. Tilted the glass and everything.
Thank you.
So. So we just wanted to take this opportunity to, air out some things, just discuss some coping mechanism. This is indeed one of the coping mechanisms that we are using. So as you all know, as you may have heard, there are different stages to the grieving process. I know you've heard of, denial, anger, acceptance, depression, and bargaining. Not in any particular order. Again, that's denial, anger, acceptance, bargaining, and depression. Just doing the research, these are the top 5 stages that we find ourselves sometimes going through during the grieving process. There is no order to any of those stages. It simply is a tool to let you know which stage you may be experiencing. It's because it's easier for us to put a name on it that way to address it. Starting to worry about him. Yeah, he's good. Very flashy on timing.
Yeah, he's very classy.
Very classy on the entrance. So
you gotta watch his TikTok to know what we talking about.
Yes. So, again, as I was saying, it's not in that order. And some folks experience all, some folks experience some. you do not have to experience all of them. Like, am I grieving right? Or there is no right or wrong way to grieve. So
that's what I'm learning.
Right.
I don't think I grieve right. Because I only give myself like 5 minutes, and that's it. It's like 5 minutes, and then you got to cut all that out because there's stuff going on.
You mean like crying?
Yeah, like I can't, because I don't want to stay in it. And I think it's because I love my mom. I love you, mama. But when my mom gets upset, she gets sick, and it affects her. So I don't want to get to that point. So I can't stay in it. So because I'm not staying in it, I hurry up and get out of it. You know what I'm saying?
So that is what maybe your misconception is. I think that's all the way around.
Yeah, I know.
Because grieving is not just crying.
I know.
And, it's just like, stop that. Let's get back to work. It's not, that's not what grief is. And so we're schooling her, first of all, on what grief is and what it looks like. My brother is saying that it is hard for him because he is still not over it, but he is trying. Yeah. So it is, it's a challenge. It is a challenge. I see and grieve differently. And so, in speaking with her, so she was watching the Braxtons.
Yeah, so I was watching the Braxtons. The Braxtons just came back out, y'all. And Tracy Braxton passed away 2 years ago from cancer. And they were dedicating the show to her. And one of the girls, she was there, watched her take her last breath. And she told her one sister told her, I don't think you should be there for it because you're too sensitive. You're not going to be able to handle that. And then she was like, no, I got it. It's my sister. She wants me with her, whatever. And she was like, I wish I had never did it because she can't sleep. Now she can't sleep. She can't eat. Well, she can't eat because she gained a lot of weight, but she can't sleep. And it's just, she said, every time she closes her eyes, she sees her. And she sees the life, going away from her. And I'm like, oh, my God, that has to be, and it just triggered me. And I just been, for the last, couple of weeks, I just been oh, I wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't want that for you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad it didn't, I just wouldn't want that. I would not want to see that. I wouldn't want to see that. I just wouldn't want to see that. And then then at the same time, it's if something happened to my mom, I would want to be here for her because I wouldn't want to be here by herself. And she watched her mom. That's what got her upset because I was telling her about it. And I was like, well, don't watch the Braxtons because it's going to trigger you. I was like, because, she was saying how she, watched her mom take her last breath. And I'm like, I would hope that I would have the strength to be able to do that because I have a belief in God that He would give that to me. But at the same time, it's Lord, that's a lot.
Yeah, it is. But everyone has their last, right? So whatever your last moment was with that person, it's going to be your last. So even if it is the last breath, even if it's the last phone conversation, if it's the last, it's going to be difficult. So that is, you would not be able to visualize that, without going through it. But, I would never have been able to say, or I don't think that I would be able to say that I would be able to watch my mother's last breath. But until you are in that moment,
right.
you don't know. But I was not going to leave her alone. Exactly. And that's kind of where I was, Mom, because I was her caregiver all day, every day. There was no other place, that I would rather be. And so when it got to the point where, I asked myself, I said, okay, so do I want to see her or get the call? Do I, if I had to put her somewhere, and I wasn't there, you know.
Mhm.
So you pick and choose. You just can't pick and choose,
Right.
and so you just
It's either way. It's bad.
it's either way, you know. And so I made a decision, you know, that I did not want to get the call. I prefer to be there with her. I didn't want to get that call, and so I was there with her.
Yeah, I didn't want to get the call.
So
And every time she would call me, if she called me like in the middle of the day, like some weird off the wall call, I'll be like, "Is this the call?" She'd be like, "This is not the call." I'm like, "Okay."
Amy said I was in the room for both my fiance parents passing.
Mm.
Maria was her mother-in-law and best friend, passed in May. She took care of her for 8 years since her husband died. She's still heartbroken. She spent every morning going to her house.
Aw.
Yeah. And that's an
it's
adjustment.
Yeah, the routine. Like I call my mom every day,
Mhm.
like before I start work and when I get off work.
Mm-hmm.
So I told her, I was like, if something happened to you, I wouldn't be able to work. Like I wouldn't be able to work because that's gonna trigger me. Because I called her for the last 20 years, Mama. But the last 20 years, I call her before I get off work, before I go to work, before I get off work.
Well, you
for
can
20
still
years.
call her. She just won't answer. I mean, if she has a voicemail, or I don't know. I just, girl, that work. Just saying. Now her house is up for sale, and I can barely sort the house out without breaking down.
Oh, I bet. I bet that's hard.
I feel bad for you guys in hearing this. You know, you just don't know until you're going through it.
Mhm.
And that's just all it is an unfortunate fact and truth of life that it is something that we have to go through. And so I guess that is where my mind is a bit different with it. And certainly I guess the way that someone dies is the way that you are able to process it,
Mhm.
right? You're never ready. Denial, because I didn't see him. I just know he's not calling me. I go to his house and feel peace, but when I'm not there, I feel so empty.
Oh
yes.
talking about her
So
son.
Michelle just lost her son. We were able to connect and share a hug for your loss. Again, still condolences as you go through this grieving process. We were talking about the different steps and, you know, what they are. Or different naming what the different stages were.
Right.
So I just kind of wanted to dive in a bit on what they may mean. Like Michelle was saying, that she is going through the denial. So the denial is when you have the feelings of disbelief. You know, I cannot believe that they are gone. You know, you have a sense of numbness, like, you know, they're no longer there. You know, it's just a empty, you know, it's just an empty feeling. You start asking yourself why, you know, or how, but it is an important part of the healing process, because as you are asking yourself those questions, as you're unknowingly answering them. And so that's when the reality will help you, you know, get into the acceptance portion of it. So, anger is is another phase in the process. Anger is necessary. The more you feel it, the more you will begin to dissipate, and the more that you will heal. So, Amy says she feels guilty because she got upset when she gave up on life.
But she was in pain. You know, and you know the reason why they stay for us. They stay for us. And so it's like, do you want them to stay and just be in pain and just be here in pain, or you know, let them let go? Like they gotta go, because they're not where they're going is not going to be any pain, and they can look down on you both and give you some lottery numbers.
I'm waiting on the lottery.
I'm waiting on all lottery numbers.
And so, yes, anger, and you know, it's kind of associated with guilt. They kind of go. Guilt usually goes with bargaining, but anger, you may have blow ups, you know, because you're wanting to speak, you don't speak, you hold it, you don't, and it's all bottling up. And so you may fly off the handle at somebody that didn't come to the service. I didn't come to the funeral, or don't talk to me, or, my brother can even attest to this. Hey, fella. Hell yeah. Single letter K. My brother can attest to this. My aunt simply called and asked him, how are you doing? And he just, what you mean?
He was mad. He blew up at me. He blew up at me. And I was
okay. And so,
I was like, I love you. I didn't take it to her. You don't gotta apologize.
That's when you have to.
I get it.
That's when you have to, tune into how you feel about that person, or So you just have to give the people the space and grace to go through the process. Mom said sometimes you have to let them go, because as soon as I told my mom if she was ready, then so was I. That's something. That is something, because that's actually the last thing I said to my mother as well. Like, you need to get some rest. You need to get some sleep. You need to go to sleep. And that is what she did. Literally, I thought she was asleep. So, it is a process. And so, bargaining is another part of the process. And guilt is, bless your heart, and guilt is a companion of bargaining, right? We say, if only I would have did this, or if only, I would have called, or if only I was there, or if only I didn't do this or that, and so we find ourselves finding fault with ourselves, like Amy was saying, she was like, guilty. You were angry with giving up on life. And so, yeah, it is a part. It's a healthy part of the process. There was nothing you could do, even if you were happy. The transition was still going to take place, right? We have no control over it. We can will it. We can hope it. We can pray. We have no control over it. Ron says, yeah, I said something similar to my grandmother. I told her it was okay. Look out for the family. Yeah. For me, is the first of everything without her.
I know, right?
Yeah. So that is the thing.
It's like the first birthdays, first Christmas, like the first holiday when the first for Memorial Day. So usually I will get like ribs, so I could take her ribs, right?
Ribs, my goodness, her and ribs.
I would take her the ribs, right? And I was like, we got to get some extra ribs for. Oh, we don't got to get the extra ribs.
Yeah. Yeah, those first really are hard.
Oh, they're so
and
hard.
It hits you. And so those first really are the ones that really, are those reminders for us. And like, going like, this is my first football season.
Yeah, without
my mom. And so like,
and he made the roster.
Oh my goodness,
and
right?
Us doing this, like, she would be tickled.
Yeah, she would be blowing up this comment section.
My goodness.
So yes,
she would love this.
Yes, that would be dope.
Yes.
But yes, those first are very, very hard. And my house will be on fire right now. Just noisy and screaming and girl. And so this is my first football season without her. And so it is a bit, it's different. It's a bit more quiet, that's for sure. So it's an adjustment.
But she here, y'all. We got her. We got her. Little turn around so they can see the little angel. That's her right there. That's Gigi.
That's her angel. So Thanksgiving was really hard when Larry died. That was your holiday.
That was our holiday. Every Thanksgiving. Yeah. I mean, we did every holiday with him, but Thanksgiving was like
that was the one. That was the one. That was
the last one that he had was at her house. So
yeah, he was such a cool guy too. Such a cool cat. And another stage is depression. So depression are those empty feelings that we have. You're lost, no words to say.
Feel blah.
You sort of withdraw from life. it's intense sadness or an intense sadness, and your mind gets to wandering and you feel alone. So again, just naming these off so you know what they are, so you know how to address it.
I was depression for 2 weeks.
Depression.
My energy was just so off. It was so
I know.
off.
I came in here like,
yeah, it was so off. I mean, I would be okay on here, and it's like, this gives me joy. This brings me joy. So I'm okay once I get on here.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, getting up to it, I was like,
getting here. Yeah. Y'all, production meeting was dry AF. I had to put my earphones in, like, listen, I'm going to give her. I'll be serious. Listen, I'll be serious. I can feel it. I can tell. My stomach, I am an extreme empath, guys. Yes. And so I do not watch the news. I do not. I have to.
My energy was so off.
So, yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. You are allowed. That's what I was saying to her. Like, giving you permission to grieve. Mm-hmm. You are fine to grieve.
Yeah, because I'm like, it was her mom, not mine.
Yeah, like,
mine is still here.
There's no such thing as more. I loved her more, or I grieve her more, or, I'm crying more than this one, or that means, more. It's immeasurable. Everyone has their own. I would be selfish to think that she was just my mother. She was here.
My mom too.
She was here a million years before I even arrived. So I know that she was a mother, a friend, a cousin, a sister. She was a mother to someone else, a grandmother. She was a Gigi. And so I totally get all of that. And so I allow everyone to have their, I don't hold her to myself. I have my own grief and acceptance, and which is another stage here. Acceptance, that is when you are confused with being all right. You're like, is it okay for me to be okay? You feel guilty. She was many things to those who loved her. Yes, Ron, she really, really was. And, my brother is saying she was his pal and best friend. And that's, hey, pal, that really was their combo. So acceptance is just accepting the reality that they're gone, right? You are able to go about your normal everyday life. You are able to function, and I was her MC. Yes, MC, miracle child. So yes, Mom said that she was depressed when Mom died, and if you are working with the public, you don't want to hear their problems. Mm-hmm. So I was taken off work for 3 months by my doctor. I got you, yeah, because you wouldn't want to blow up. And that's definitely a part of some of the coping tools we'll get into. But you had some surprising facts that people may not have known.
Some surprising facts. So grief isn't just about death. So we experience grief in many kinds of loss. It's not just about death of a loved one. So throughout your life, you probably experience grief in some way or form of a loss of relationship, routines, even aspects of your identity. Grief is so many different parts of life. Like, it can be if you lost a job, loss of a relationship, loss of independence. There's grief of loss of community. Just things that we went through the pandemic. Like, everybody was grieving the pandemic. You couldn't go outside, couldn't do nothing.
Right? Loss of freedom.
That's what it was. You was locked up, like, for real.
Yes. That relationship one.
The loss of relationship. Yep. It can get you. Because they'll feel like that person, because you're not talking to that person. It's almost like they're dead to you. Like,
and people literally say that when they break up. You're dead to me.
Yeah, because sometimes you have to think of it that way, because otherwise you'll go back into it if you
think it's still alive.
Yeah,
kill that thing.
You got to unalive
it. Yes, gotcha. It's just I've had lost just loss after, it comes in threes or whatever.
It does.
But not just my mom. Like it was,
back to back. Yeah. And then they also want you to know that it's not you can't go through a check mark. You want some? No. You can't go through a check mark the stages of the grief because it's not. They're gonna come when they come.
Random order, random time.
It could be a year from now, and something that just trigger it, and then you'll be like, oh. And that's the next thing they're talking about.
Yes.
Certain places, smells, sounds, music definitely can just trigger something that you wasn't even aware of. They're saying that somebody was crying for a whole week and they couldn't figure out why they was so upset, and it was the person's birthday and it was coming up and they hadn't realized it. So it's just like your mind knows, your body knows. Somebody went on vacation and they was looking forward to being on the beach, but then it triggered all these memories of being with their family that they didn't think would happen. And now, because their parents passed away, they're like sad on vacation. So it's like, it's different things that can trigger it when it, like the Brastons. Chicken. I got triggered by the KFC nuggets, honey barbecue nuggets.
Yes.
So it's weird how the mind works. It isn't just about sadness. People who are sad sometimes they just get irritable. Like she was saying, it could be anger. It includes denial, shock, guilt, and relief. So it's not just about the sadness. And the best ways to deal with grief is having a good support system. So having somebody you could talk to. But I was telling her, I don't know if I just didn't have a good therapist or if I just don't know how to do therapy right, because I just want to win in therapy. Like I want them to say I graduated. So I would just say whatever it was I needed to say. So then she would be like, oh, good job. And so that's not how you're supposed to do therapy.
Mom is saying sometimes you just need to talk to them about something. And Ron is saying the holidays trigger him, especially the winter ones. And Mom and Dad passed the same month, just 5 days apart. They did. They did. Because that was something. Because all of his memories were coming up on my timeline as I was trying to send out notifications and things like that for her.
Wow.
So it was something. It was something. But yes, some of the coping tools. Just take care of yourself, right? Find things that you enjoy doing. Be careful though, because you don't want to stay in that. You don't know how to stop, because I was, don't take it. Like you can't have a bad day in March and then come December, you still, I had a bad day from March and you still taking care of yourself. You shut everything else out and you don't do, that's when you probably need to go and seek professional help. There should be where you have more good days than bad. So it should be a balance. There will be times thoughts are going to arise, and so you just accept your feelings. Accept the fact that you have these feelings. So accept that.
I am very sensitive.
Yeah, it's fine. Accept your feelings, and talk to others. So that's what we are doing.
It did help when I was talking to you, Mama. That did help.
So, make sure that you are talking to others and stay connected, because we don't want you to go into that depression and
where you want to be by yourself.
Yes.
And that's when it gets dangerous.
Yeah, that's when we don't want you to stay in the dark. Come out into the light.
Into the light.
And again, get professional help. There are, one therapist may not work. Another one, may click. Someone may know when you're lying, and
she didn't catch on to my BS at all.
So and it could be that she was seeing that one of your needs was acceptance or approval, or so she was trying to help you by giving it, and it just
And I do seek approval. So I do like that. But my approval was I want to hurry up and not have to do this no more. So, Brian, I don't want you to go into isolation. You too bubbly to go into isolation.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely seek help. Professional help, friends, friends who's going to tell you to seek help. Not those ones that know everything, because listen, we are not professionals.
We only professional Googlers.
We are not professionals. Do not claim to be. These are just tips that we are highly suggesting that's working for us. To help you guys if you are going through the grieving process or any type of loss. Make sure, again, that you are staying connected, Ron. Isolation is not the key. And it should be, he's loved too much.
Too much.
You're loved too much. I don't think that you would be allowed to be in isolation.
He just pushed people away. I can see him doing that, be like, no, I'm okay, and kind of push people away.
And that's another thing. You should accept offers of help. So that's, we cannot stay in that pride, right? Sometimes things get heavy on your heart, so have a good cry. Then carry on, because that's what they would want you to do. Right? They would not want you sad and crying,
Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning.
Yes, in your morning, and not necessarily the daytime. Joy is absolutely in your morning. I found joy in, the fact that my mom is no longer suffering. I know I'm okay. A part of my trauma.
That's me. I'm always
being a burden.
Yep. Because you don't want to, because it's so many other things going on out in the world. Somebody else got it so much more worse than you. So it's like you don't want to, it's like, But you have to understand that that's also selfish.
What? You keeping that to yourself.
That's me being selfish?
Yes, if someone is offering you help and you are not taking it and you're keeping it all to yourself, that's selfish. Sometimes I just need to feel my feelings and then re-emerge. All right, caterpillar. I hear you. Yeah, and people mean. They have the best intentions. They really, really do. Very much so. My problems aren't bigger than anyone else's problems.
Yeah, that's how I feel. So I don't want to be, I'm like,
Well, you're not comparing it, though.
I know, but that's how I feel. That's why that's why I give myself the 5 minutes, because I'm like, it's not that big a deal. It's a big deal, but it's not, like, compared to everything else that's going on in the world.
Well, that's you putting a gauge on their problems, though.
I guess.
So you can't you can't make that a big problem to them if they don't feel it's a big problem. You might think, somebody dog died. Oh my God, that's terrible. And they probably like, shit. They couldn't wait to get rid of that little son of a sucker. Ain't got to feed him no more. They was yapping, and they only inherited the dog because their mama left them the dog. And, so that it might not even be that big of a deal. That's all I'm saying. You're gauging someone else's feelings. If you are being offered, then try to find acceptance in the offer.
Okay.
Ron is laughing. Or Ron has emojis.
Because Ron know that he do the same thing. I think that's a Gemini thing.
Oh, maybe. Maybe.
I think that's
so it just that is talking to me a little bit more. I'm always here for her.
Yeah, because she was on me. She was like, what is wrong with you?
Good.
I'm like, nothing.
Good.
I'm fine.
Yeah. Give her, she'll come around, because it'll spill out. It'll spill out in other ways. We know, it'll come out in other ways. And so you want to be able to address it. Don't bury that thing, because it will indeed surface in the most inopportune time, in the most inopportune way. So it just, again, helps me. Sometimes we think of it as a loss. That's the thing. When you think of it as a loss, then that's when the sadness comes in, and like, you know, you've given up something, or you've lost something. But if you look at it like, you know, a gain, or, you know, you've gained an angel, or, you know, you gain a sense of peace in knowing, you know, that she's okay. It shows on her face. Gotcha. Yeah, it does. Child, I came in here and listen, I put them headphones in. Like, okay? So you give people their space, and then, you know, because when you're not even in your best space, it's hard to, you know, help somebody else. So, you know, yes. But those are the things, these are some coping mechanisms to help you guys get through the grieving process. So, has this helped you a little bit?
It has.
Yeah.
I mean, I was better because I'm telling you, I talked to my mom. So I, you know, had a little, you know, breakdown, little moment, and then kind of got out. She said, finally. Because I knew something wasn't right with you. But I just, you know, I'm much better than what I was.
Okay.
But I think that, you know, I just, you know, got a little triggered, and I'm all right.
The honey barbecue wings.
The Braxtons really triggered me. That was like really traumatizing.
And the show is,
and it's a good show, but it just, you know, I just was feeling it. Like, I was feeling it.
Oh, well, I'm glad you were able to address some of your grief. It's fine to grieve. You have my permission, even, you know.
Thanks.
You know, because I'm like, why you feel like you can't be? Because she was your mom.
Yeah, she was your mom, but I don't want to. Yeah, I'm just like, I don't want to
take over yours.
I don't want to be like Weeping Wanda from Sanford and Son. That you should just cry at all the funerals. Remember her? I ain't want. Well, I mean, I ain't that. I'm not that bad. But yeah, I just didn't want to, you know, because I'm like, you know. But I had my own relationship with that woman.
Yes, I know.
She was my girl. Start again. That was my girl.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I could punch this table.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Hated that for her.
She was my girl too.
I know.
She was everybody's girl. She was a pretty cool cat.
She was.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
I hate saying was.
Yes. Well, she's still pretty cool.
I'm not anger.
She's gotta be a dope angel by now.
Okay.
I think she is
up there just
no. She came. I think she came back as a dragonfly.
You see dragonflies?
Yeah,
I don't even like dragonflies though. So.
Yeah, she came to me at the window, looked right in my face, fluttered, and went on.
But don't come to me as a dragonfly.
Yeah, it was outside the window.
I don't want you to come to me as a dragonfly. Come to me as some lottery numbers.
Yeah, I'm waiting on the lottery numbers for real. Guys, so I hope that we have said something or shared something with you all that has,
hey, Randy,
helping you all get through the grieving process.
Oh, Weeping Wanda was on Good Times. I said Sanford and Son.
Oh, because I was like, who?
Weeping Wanda. Yeah, you don't remember her? Oh, I don't know why I asked her if she remember anything. Yeah, she was on Good Times. She used to cry. She used to go to everybody's funeral. She didn't even know the person. She just go to their funeral and just cry.
On what show?
He said it was Good Times.
Oh, Randy on
here? Yeah.
Oh, Mom, she was a wonderful person, and she will be missed. Yes, she was. She was pretty cool. I don't see him over here.
I see him. He said she was on Good Times.
Oh, okay.
No,
I don't remember. I only have music.
Right. She over here. Okay, so before we go on, we listen to music and stuff, right? She know every single song that come on, but she can't. Yeah, Plant Man. Yeah, she used to always call Ralph Plant Man. She know every song that come on, but she don't remember nothing about our dang on childhood. Like nothing. but she remember every lyric. Switch. She know all the songs, all the words to Switch. Rude Boys, written all over my face. She's singing the whole thing, the riffs, everything. But she can't tell you what we did when we was in 7th grade.
Shame on me.
Man, it just hurts my soul.
It's a frontal, it's the area that was affected and the different mechanisms that area is responsible for. So it's all scientific. Can't explain it. That's my explanation. That's my explanation.
Okay.
That's my explanation.
Oh, you was for real trying to say it? You was for real. I thought she was being funny. She was for real trying to say explanation. It's her, not me. It's her, not me.
I was trying to say.
It's her. And we only had 5%. It ain't even at the 20 or the 10 or the 11.
I told you. That's the one that's going to sneak up on me.
Listen, I'm
so
good.
Anyway, yeah, guys, I hope again that we've said something. Again, make sure that you chime in with us tomorrow.
Yes.
We are going to be on with the Hell Yeah We Want to Know podcast along with Sistery Healing podcast.
Sistery Healing Hood, I think it's
Sistery Healing Hood.
Mm-hmm.
She is out of Chicago. So check our page. We are going to share the link. So that way you guys can just simply click the link and join with us. If not, you can go over to YouTube, IG, TikTok, all of those platforms. And it's the Hell Yeah We Want to Know podcast.
Like DA.
We have shared the flyer. We're going to share it some more so you guys can chime. We would love to have you on with us. I know you are with us Tuesdays and Thursdays, but we want to have some of our folks in there with the podcast with us as well. They're going to have their folks.
Let our folks chime in.
He's going to have his folks. She's going to have her folks. So we want to have our folks. So make sure you guys are chiming in. If you have the time, it's going to be, again, 8 o'clock tomorrow instead of 7 o'clock. And then we will be back here on our platform at 7 o'clock on Thursday, Friday Eve.
Yeah.
Right? So y'all pray that I get into this Etsy situation because I got a plane that's got my name. It's got a seat in there.
Always trying to go somewhere.
And listen, pray that I get this Etsy situation handled because I'm trying to be in the friendly skies or I won't be so friendly. Y'all, I mean,
if she does leave though, we're gonna have to go on my page so then I can have you, because I can add you on my page. I can't add you on the Fuchsia page.
We'll figure it out. We are gonna figure it out. So, the tip of the day, guys, find 10 things that you are grateful for. When you wake up in the morning, find 10 things that you are grateful for. If you cannot find 10 things that you are grateful for, keep going. Keep searching. You got the whole day and keep going until you get to 10. All right? And then we're going to chime back in on... Hey, LaWan. Then we are going to chime back in here on Thursday, and you guys can tell us what your 10 things are. All right? So
at least your top 3.
Well, yeah. Because
that's a lot of typo. My mama can't type that fast.
I'm grateful for. I'm just
my mama can't type that fast.
No, all 10 of them. So yeah, we want you to just chime in. It is just a goal. Find those glimmers in your day, and so we all have triggers. So find those glimmers. Those glimmers are those little bitty things of hope. Good moments that you find throughout the day. All right. So we love you guys. Thank you so much for chiming in. We hope to see you on tomorrow at 8 o'clock. And remember,
it costs nothing to be nice.
So get on out there and exchange some currency. See you guys. Ta-ta for now.
Ta-ta. Deuces. Dream my dream.
Fuchsia Intelligence.
I'm ready to more.